For Hollywood movie makers, giving credit where credit is due is more than just a professional courtesy. It's an industry all its own. Our cover story is reported by Cowan.
As main title sequences go, The Naked Gun may not have been the most artistic in movie-making history, but it did its job remarkably well. It teed up the absurdity of the absurdly funny film that followed.
Bingo.
But like all title sequences, it fulfilled another need, distracting us from what we're really watching. A long list of names. That's their role, to display each name for the contractually agreed upon time. The industry standard, by the way, is about 2 seconds. But it also has to do it in a creative way, whether it's with the cafeteria food in Napoleon Dynamite or the wind-blown fonts in Twister.
You're in the theater, and the lights go down, and you see this amazing thing that will evoke an emotional response. It's like 12 frames off.
Kyle Cooper has spent a lifetime evoking that response.
When it goes, dun-dun-dun.
He lit the fuse in Mission Impossible. And he took us under the microscope in The Island of Dr. Moreau.
I like eyes and veins and arteries and insects, and I like to observe things that really exist and research things.
He sees putting names on the screen
But it
as really
feels-
the utilitarian
starts
part
to
of
feel
title
done.
design.
It feels-
The art,
do you
he
think-
says, comes in how it all blends with the music. Telegraph the look and the feel of a film without giving too much or too little away. Cooper is perhaps best known for his title designs for Seven, where he took the audience into the mad but meticulous mind of a serial killer.
I was at the premiere for Seven, and when we dropped that thing on the people, they went nuts, and they're like, and for Seven, and there's this reaction. So it did what, in the best way, what a title sequence is supposed to do. I consider these things to be short films.
It's a movie within a movie.
I think so.
In the early days, main titles were just that. Titles with fancy fonts, like the fairy tale look of The Adventures of Robin Hood, or the colossal look of King Kong.
Beautiful, iconic title card, strong music. You knew that you were going to see something larger than life.
Lola Lendikich is managing editor of a website called Art of the Title, an exhaustive resource for anyone wanting to take a deep title sequence dive.
Oh yeah, it's a rabbit hole.
Is it?
Yeah, you can spend your life studying this.
A good title sequence, she says, is all about mood. Star Wars gave us that once upon a time feel, while Bond was pure intrigue. That iconic gun barrel was a design of Maurice Binder back in 1962, and it has stood the test of time. Goldfinger. Designer Robert Brownjohn took to projecting titles onto models, and that too stuck.
You have the gadgets, the guns, and the girls. That's the trifecta.
But if there's a patron saint of title design, most agree it would be Saul Bass. If you're a fan of Otto Preminger or Alfred Hitchcock, you know his work.
They were a little more abstract.
They were very abstract, but it depends on how you're looking at it. I would look at something like Psycho, and you could argue that it's abstract, or you can argue that it's literal, because Psycho is sliced up.
What about Vertigo?
From the first few seconds of the film, you feel dizzy, and you don't know what's happening.
Which, of course, was precisely the point.
These things are working on you in this way that is totally subconscious.
Good ones work and you don't even know they work.
Exactly.
It's not just theatrical releases. The Sopranos started an arms race in TV main title design. gone are the Meet the Cast days of the Brady Bunch. Now, we have the more nuanced look of Mad Men, or the beautifully eerie look of Westworld.
Yeah, it's great when you get that real texture of the muscles coming through. I think what we
Patrick Clare has won 2 Emmys for Best Main Title Design. First for True Detective, and again last year for The Man in the High Castle, a series that ponders the question, what if the Allies had lost World War II?
What ingredient, I guess, if there is one, that makes a really good title sequence?
I think it's got to be simple.
Yeah?
Yeah, I look at my favorite title sequences and they all have a very sort of pure, simple idea at the heart of them. Whether it's the brutality of cooking breakfast in a show like Dexter, a dead body being prepared for burial in 6 Feet Under. You take these simple acts and you turn them into something that really speaks to the journey of the characters.
But it's cool because the production design is going to change over time.
Finding that simplicity, however, can be a superhuman challenge, especially in the sometimes complex universe of superheroes.
And this is my favorite part. Blam, right in your face.
That's great.
Aaron Sorofsky has designed title sequences for 4 Marvel films, including Captain America: The Winter Soldier,
There's a lot going on there, even.
and the beautifully intricate Doctor Strange. But in both these cases, her designs came at the end of the film, not at the beginning.
The movie doesn't end on the final frame. It ends really after the director has kind of finished having his way with you, so to speak. So it's like the sorbet at the end of the meal. Can't skip the sorbet.
Titles like these at the end of the film may have the toughest job of all, keeping you in your seat.
What do you want them to take away from your title sequence?
Well, I want them to wait till the very end of the scroll and look for her name.
As an added incentive to stick around, Marvel has taken a page from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
You're still here?
At the end of those credits, we got this.
It's over.
Well, if you stick around long enough through the end of Marvel's Deadpool,
You're still here.
you'll get a great spoof.
It's over.
It's over.
Go home.
Go home.
A reminder that it's worth those few extra minutes of your attention,
Go.
whether at the beginning or the end, to give credit
Go.
to those giving credit to.